All right, all right, all right. What's good? All right, 1 second here. Let me get myself set up in the driver's seat. You feel me? All right, so this today's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna talk about the real economy for a little bit, because at a certain point you want to see what's actually going on with the going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a new list. Let's call this real economy. And when I'm talking about real economy, I'm talking about the base level stuff, y'all. I'm talking about coffee, I'm talking about beef, I'm talking about, heck, maybe even pigs, sugar, all that good stuff. Cotton, wheat. We about to go in, y'all. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at commodities. Let's go to commodities real quick. And we're gonna make a whole list. So we're looking at intraday, top performers, cocoa. Let's what we got? Soybean, meal, cotton, and coffee. So let's find all these. We're gonna go like this, right? We're gonna say cocoa. Boom. Cocaine. I think we want cash contracts. Let's go ahead and add that. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. It added it to the chart. That's not what I was looking for. Here, cocoa. Let's add that. Let's add soybeans. Let's add coffee. We already have coffee. What else do we have? Obviously we have gold by the troy ounce, y'all. The troy ounce. We got palladium. Looks like palladium is, are these top? I think these are top. Commodity, precious metals, natural gas, energy sector. So let's go ahead and add platinum and silver. Let's just add silver. I like silver, We want to do futures, SXAG. I'm pretty sure the spread on silver is pretty trash. And I probably don't want to be trading that spread, but we're going to look at them anyways, just for the sake of practice, right? So when we get into trading, we want to look at this stuff all day, every day until Sunday. We know it's a 50% chance, but it's good to be informed on what's going on in industry. So aluminum. Let's go aluminium. As my other folks say, did I spell it right? N-I-U-M. I guess they only have. I'm looking for the cash CFDs, but it looks like the top ones are the futures. Which futures more or less. I guess we can go aluminium spot. Let's go ahead and do that. Iron ore, copper, nickel, zinc, agriculture. This is what I'm looking for, y'all. Let's look at these oats. They got oats. I like oats. I eat oatmeal. Cattle. Let's look up some cattle. Farm raised beef. Live cattle futures. What is this exchange? Like some Brazilian exchange? We'll go ahead and go with the CME, right? The what is that? Chicago Mercantile Exchange? Yeah. All right, we got cattle. I guess milk. A lot of people do milk. I do the plant-based milks, but hey. Can we look for CFDs? I don't think I guess we ain't gonna find milk easy. I'm looking for the easy ones, the easy watches. Orange juice. Why not? Let's look at orange juice. By the way, we're just gonna do orange juice right here. We're just gonna do a general outlook today, y'all. We keep it simple, keep it chill. Really just look at what's going on in the real economy, and then we'll go to the common stuff that we always do every week, but I wanted to mix it up a bit. So let's look at coffee on the weekly. Actually, let's see where we've been at on the monthly. Obvious downtrend is obvious. We had price push down, finally broke above, then we're looking for some particular zone, right? So we have this here. That's a higher structure. Of course, you can see where it eventually broke. So let's go ahead and highlight that good stuff right there. We saw it break up in here somewhere. So if I'm looking at this price action, I'm looking for supply and demand zones. As you know how we trade on this channel, we look at SSC, right? Structure, supply and demand, confirmation. Keep it very simple. Some people like some people like support and resistance. I do structure, supply and demand, right? And we just keep it very simple. Well, as simple as I like to go. I like looking at this chart or this indicator market cipher, so I'm gonna start using that a bit more. If you're not used to that, hey, it is what it is. Premium indicator, by the way, y'all. Premium. It's cost a pretty penny, just to be honest with you. That's probably why I want to use it, because I spent way too much money on it. But it's actually decently helpful. Although, again, I want to stress, you can always just trade by just, if you want, there's great people out there who trade. A shout out to, what's his name? Nick Sean at Mission FX. Not affiliated, but I like the way that he thinks about trading. It's just very simple, right? It's either going to go up or down, and we're just trying to manage risk, and I like that perspective. So when I'm looking at this outlook, I'm seeing it's typically, look how it's going up. We've been in this large pullback for a bit now, and if I was to look for a particular area to trade from, I would probably look here. So you see this down candle, we see a break up, we see a pull back, and then we finally see another break up here. So I would be looking for this as a potential demand zone for us to pull back into for coffee. And this is the monthly time frame, so you want to see, or I would want to see something like bam, 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 right? Very simple. And you can see here, I mean, like, there's a little bit of money in the coffee. We see stuff starting to turn around here. So I think, we still see it come down just a bit, round it out down here, print some type of anchor. So what I'm talking about here, I'm talking about round out here, right? Print some type of anchor wave in here, and then you'll see that push up, at which point we can go down a lower time frame and confirm. So I'd say generally probably downtrend. Now let's go ahead and really confirm what we're seeing here. Yeah, we see the stopping action here. I say stopping action like it's something special, right? We just see this large down candle push up. We're not predicting any particular type of markets here, right? We're just looking at how we can potentially manage this risk. Okay, so yeah, let me remove this. This was support and resistance I was telling y'all about. So if I'm looking here and I'm thinking the bias really is downward, so you can see here, price pushed up, right? It tried to come back up, failed to keep going, and then it just fell off. We see price try to push back up, fell, right? And as you can see, this 200 moving average, we're below that. And that just gives me additional confluence to keep saying that we'll probably continue bearish. We'll probably continue down into this particular zone here. So what I would be looking for is something like this, right? Boom, you got this NB right here, right? You had this last push up, you have it fall off, and it looks like we had this wick up, wick down right here. I'd say I'd be looking for, if I was a betting man, which typically I am, we saw this push back up and then we saw it finally break back down. So I'd say price comes back in here on a lower time frame, so we probably go down to like a 4 hour or something, and then we can go ahead and refine this particular zone, right? So we had price push up, fail to continue up, right? Break down, try to come back up, break down again. So something like this, right? Because this is where it last tried to push up. Then we see it have this large wick and finally it fell down. So technically probably something like this. And so we want to see price push back in here, fall off. And what I'm looking for down on this indicator is I'm looking for price to pull back up into here and do something like this while the money flow continues to go down, right? So this red area is money flow. And we see this is going to be deep in the money flow, which will tell me it's probably a good continuation to take, continuation trade. So that's what I'm looking for on coffee. Let's go ahead and just put an alert in here. Let's do this. Look for sales. Very simple. Boom. Let's go to cocoa. Cocoa. All right, let's see here. Oh man, that good old chocolate, y'all. Or what we know for hot cocoa. All right, I wonder why it's going up. I mean, if you look here, it's starting to look like it's starting to cool off just a tad bit. You have wicks trying to push down, but it continues up. You see this indecision here. I mean, not to get too technical, it is what it is, right? But I mean, ultimately, ooh, this is hard to tell. This is pretty bullish. This is just bullish, bullish, bullish. What I'd want to see is a slight pullback somehow and then a continuation. But on the monthly, you don't really get a good sense of what that looks like. Right? We had this down. We haven't seen it come back just yet. So let's go down to the daily and have a good look at it. Yeah. So break, right? Break, boom, boom. We just broke locally here, so I'd say we have this is the particular swing we're looking at right now, or I'm looking at right now. And if I was to say where I want to see it come back into, I mean, obviously I want to see it come back into here a little bit deeper, but you see this break right here, boom. These are just a bunch of wicks. It finally breaks above, so probably something like in here, right? And since this is extremely bullish, I don't think there's a reason to counter trend trade this and try and catch this particular top. There's no reason for that. We just want to wait for price to come back into this particular area, right? A long-term trade, you know, load up on some, well, I mean, honestly, this is pretty, what are they measuring this by? I mean, I don't know if we want to buy one full lot of that. Look at that. One full lot is $3,694 bucks. Let's see here. We ain't at that level yet. Let's see how this is measured. I mean, you saw the other ones. Look at that. Just up. Huge growth. Huge growth. Conversion by tons. Okay. Wow. It's measured in tons. Okay. I mean, I don't know if I'm trying to buy tons of cocoa. But, of course, it's the future, so you don't have to buy all of it. You just find the broker that sells it. So that's what we'd be looking for. Boom. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and put it here in the center. Let's say look for buys, right? Awesome. Let's go to the soybean market. You know, I started having some more soy, but don't call me a soy boy. If you do, there might be consequences. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm a very peaceful person. Peace and prosperity for all y'all. All right, so let's go ahead and check this out. Boom, break up. I mean, it's moving sideways. I would expect it to continue up. You see here, this last down move here. Boom. Looks like we kind of tapped in. Maybe we come down a little bit further into this area, right? And then continue. But let's go ahead and zoom in just a tad bit, you know. Let's go ahead and remove this from here. All right, let's zoom in here and see what's going on. Meantime, in between time. All right, so you have this, break up, boom, break down, right here. So this is what we're looking at right here. We're looking for the break of this, the continuation. So we want to see this come here and then maybe pull back just a bit and then just continue down. That's what we're looking for. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm just going to keep it very high level. I'm going to say this is coming down in the short term. I'm going to say look for sales, right? All right, let's look at silver on the monthly. Not very much price data here, but again, this looks like this money flow is pretty weak here though. It's just baseline. Maybe, oh, we don't have very much data on it. I mean, it looked like the red dot just print. This is on a monthly, which means that we're probably going to see some down action, which is fine. Maybe we see a liquidation of these lows here, right? And only reason I say that, right, because then if we see a liquidation, which I don't know if we want to come down that far, right? This is going to be a $17 silver. What is silver measured in? Let's go ahead and check that out, y'all. Silver. All right, silver per ounce, troy ounce. Get it right, y'all. The troy ounce. The great nation of Troy. So, yeah, so what I'm saying here is we want to see it come down here, right? Because if you're looking here, a great indication with this particular indicator that I've seen that, you know, gives me good confluence or gives me the confidence to press the button is if it comes down here, right? Price action is making a lower low, but the momentum's making a higher high. Excuse me, a lower high. My apologies there, right? So then it makes this. That's a divergence, right? Look for the buy in this particular area here. So looks like we have some time before. Oh, whoa. We have some time before that's actually going to happen. And this is on the monthly, y'all. So each one of these candlesticks is a month of price. So I think we have more realistically a lot more time to look at this. But if we're looking just more locally here, we actually saw a price break here, right? Let's go ahead and do this. Finally closed right here. But it's not as convincing if we're really looking at this. It barely closed above. That's not super convincing. So I would say, and then you saw this, right? It created this next little area here. right? Didn't close below it just yet, and then it created this area here. So we want to see ultimately this break here. So we look for sales here, right? Something like that. We'll just keep it simple. So we'll just do that, boom, boom, and let's go ahead and stretch this out just a bit more, right? We're gonna look for sales after it crosses that green line. Just keep it simple, right? Because we're looking at the real economy here. So let's see, aluminum, right now it's coming in at 2,179. What are they selling aluminum by? Tons. I mean, you got aluminum foil. We foil that mug. Yeah, by tons. There we go. Aluminium. The aluminium per ton, yo. $2,177 per ton. Now, it looks like, yeah, it's just been on the downtrend. I guess aluminum's not very useful these days. I mean, you know, I'm not a science guy, I'll be honest with you. I do participate in some computer science, but these material sciences, hey, I'm not your man. So we see here, I mean, you got the money flow looking like it's starting to curve up on the daily. So maybe we're looking at some kind of turnaround. You see price action wanting to push up. It keeps failing. You see the 200 starting to come closer to price. I mean, we have the VWAP curving up. We have this secondary hump starting to curve up. I mean, maybe we see some buying. It's not my primary asset I'm trading. So if we're looking at more recent price action, we see price came down here, large wick up. So we want to see the break here, finally broke here all the way out here, right? We actually had this come up, finally broke here. So I would actually use something like this, right? This particular area. And what I would do is I would just go down to like a 4 hour, you know, just go down to a lower time frame and see what was going on. We zoom in a bit. We see it came down again. We had a nice break here, pull back. Finally broke structure here. I would probably use this last one here. We did see it kind of come into here though, so I don't know. It's kind of difficult. You see this break, you see a break here. So you probably want to say, oh, this is like the last area, yo. Something like that. You probably would use this down here, and then you would be something like that, right? So, I mean, you look at the 200, it's moving sideways. Maybe we have a turnaround of aluminium. The good old aluminium, yo. Or aluminum. Sorry if I'm offending anyone. Honestly, I don't care. But let's see here. If I am, I'm sorry. I really do. I don't want to offend anyone. If you're watching this, I mess with all y'all. Y'all cool peoples. So we see this. Maybe we see it push a little bit further down. Now you see here we're seeing it starting to push up here. Look at that. Candlesticks. So the last move that we'd be looking at something here. But honestly, if I'm looking at this. Market cipher B here. I would say I do want to see it come up, and then I want to see it come back, and I want to see it move. So I do want to see it liquidate this low before coming higher. So let's go ahead and put an alert here. Let's say potential bullish div. Look for buy, right? Very simple. Let's go to oats. What's oats doing? What are we selling oats by? $4.80 in USD. So what are oats being sold in? Oats are sold in per bushel. Oh, well, you know what, y'all? How much is a bushel? And I spelled that wrong. E. Wow. American education. I blame myself. I didn't pay attention. All right, US liquid gallons. Liquid gallons. Okay, so 9 gallons worth of oats. All right, so I mean, you could argue it's starting to go into a bullish push. This is on the monthly, right? Again, this is bearish. Just if you're looking at structure here, right? You'd want to see it come up here, retest. If you were looking super long term and you were looking to buy this and you wanted to have more confidence in this particular asset, you probably like want to look into it when it's doing something like that. Right? It'll probably, again, you know, it'll make some moves up here. Boom, boom, break, right? Probably come down right here and then continue up, right? At that point, you probably buy something like that. But right now, this price right here, y'all, right here, this price, y'all, right here, this price, y'all, this is what we're looking at. So We got structure here. I'm just gonna draw these roughly, right? It's nothing even beautiful here. So boom, break above. We continue pushing up, right? Another structure here. Here you go. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Hey, hi, hey, this is how we do today. Continue up. Yeah, break. So this is how it goes, right? Boom, boom, right there. So if we're looking on the weekly, we want to see price come and pull back into this area. And it would make sense, right? Because we print a green dot here and we start to pull back. And then maybe we have money flow coming up here, right? It's pretty thick. And then we go ahead and buy in here somewhere, like in here somewhere, which is great. Nice continuation. We see a green dot. We see money flow pretty thick, ready to make some dough. By buying however many bushels or 9 liquid gallons, right? So we look a little bit lower. The daily time frame here, yeah, I mean, this is a beautiful area here. We see this break down, but again, it closes under here as a white candle. I kind of don't like how that looks because there's so many up candles in this particular movement. Let's go ahead and go to the 4 hour, see if we can get some confluence in this bad boy. Yeah, so we have a down candle here. We finally have it break up, but you know, you get a mitigation, boom, break. So we pull back, right? And we want to see the break here, bam, break, continuation. If you were looking at it at this point, yeah, you know, some pretty nice moves in here. Yeah, pretty nice moves in here. And then you just keep following, right? Keep following. It comes down, large breakup. So you could probably surmise, maybe you want to look for something coming in here. And again, this is 4 hours, so let's remove all this crazy drawing. Actually, let's leave it, you know, because we want to come back and see what actually goes down. So you see price coming up, fails, comes up, starts to move down, fails to come up, right? Fails to come back up, and it breaks back up, but it looks like it's starting to distribute. This is old concepts I've learned. Don't even worry about it, y'all. You see a red dot, you see money flow starting to slowly creep to the downside. Maybe, just maybe, we're starting to see price open a little bit. So maybe it comes up here, right? It starts to move down, it comes up, right? Boom, right? Has another move down here, boom. Bearish divergence. Perfect sell opportunity, right? Pretty good confluence with up here. So if you look, if we're looking for more confidence in this particular trade, the reason to take it, I wasn't even looking left, but look at that. You got this wick up here, finally large move down. So we probably want to cut back into here, test this particular area, get a nice bearish divergence, and make a continuation. All right, that's oats. Let's see here, live cattle futures. Let's go to monthly. Right now, $184. Where are we at? Live cattle per pound. All right, $184 per pound. That's interesting because when I'm thinking about that, when I go to the store, I'm not paying $184 per pound, but those are cuts, so they're priced differently. It's probably per pound of cow. This is of actual cows, y'all. $184. So let's see here. Boom. I mean, it looks as standard. Looks like it's just going up forever, honestly. If I'm, yeah, you know, you're continuing bullish. This is what we have here, y'all. And this is on the 12-month time frame. This price goes all the way back to 76. Whee! I wasn't even born yet. All right, let's check this out. Yeah, so you have this large move up, continuation. Man, for the last, yeah, I mean, 3 years, just up, which is awesome, right? Which is awesome. Meat, you know, eat that meat. Yeah, I was a vegan/vegetarian, and I just started eating meat again. Pause. So look at this. Yeah, I mean, it's curving, but I mean, I don't think it really means much. I think this is pretty bullish, so we just want to look for a continuation, right? We got price breaking up. Yeah. So maybe something like in here. Yeah, probably something like this. Actually, we have this down. So the lowest point here, probably like that. Boom. Wait for price to jump back in here. Maybe we can get in. Maybe we can't. It is what it is, right? This might be something to load up on. I know a homie who his family is a long lineage of cattle farmers. Yeah, that's my go-to. Got to have some connects for some stuff, right? So let's go ahead and put an alert here. Let's go here. Look for buys. Keep it very simple. And good old orange juice. Finally, after a whole 24 minutes and 50 seconds, we're finally at orange juice, y'all. Everybody got another orange. What does this price action go back to 98? Man, what was I doing in 98? That was before Y2K, right? When everything was supposed to, the world was supposed to end. Clocks were going to reset on your computers, y'all. But actually, that does make sense. There's a particular way that computers measure time. So, let's see here. We have a pullback. We have continuation, pullback, continuation. I mean, orange juice is on the uptrend. I mean, you can clearly see it. It's on the uptrend. The question is, where do we get in? Well, I mean, oranges, always a great thing. Very, got that vitamin C. You know, you drink it, put in a lot of the pills so that, you know, you heal that sickness, y'all. You know, you get the flu, drink you some vitamin C or take some tablets, you're good to go. So maybe we want to get in on this. And so let's see here. On the daily time frame, we had a breakdown, continuation, breakdown, continuation. It looks like we're starting to form some bearish divergences, and you can see like money has been slowly curving down, right? So it might be a time for us to turn around a little bit on orange juice, you know. Inflation though, so I mean everything is high, everything's going higher. Maybe that's why everybody has to higher the price, increase the prices on these things. I mean, this is probably per bushel, $3.27 per bushel. Let's go ahead and check this out real quick because I'm actually very curious. Let's look for orange juice. Boom, orange juice right here. Oh no, it's per pound, liquid pound, of course. So yeah, I mean, ultimately, what would I be looking for right here? I mean, I would look for a price to probably break below here, wait for it to close, and then just break below here to show me that it wants to go bearish. If not, I mean, we're looking for a pullback into here, looking for a black candle to continue bullish, right? Like, this is super bull. Why go against the trend? Trend is your friend until the very end. So I'd say, ultimately, though, I think it's time for a pullback. Everybody probably thinks it's time for a pullback. This is buys, buys, buys. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to say we're not going to make a decision on this. We want to just see a pullback and a pattern to go ahead and buy. So we want to see something, and then, you know, we want to see like some candles in here. You know, we got, can I remove that arrow from it? I don't know why the arrow's still on there. Can we, you know, ain't nobody got time for all that, right? Normal. So, right, you see some candle in here. Maybe it's like it comes down. I can't make the candle right now, y'all. But y'all know what I mean. It's going to look something like this or like this, right? It probably look more like this second one right here. And then we see a break above. Boom. Take a buy stop. We're in it, right? Boom. We're going to the moon. All right. Well, anyways, y'all. That was the breakdown of the real economy from the perspective of the charts. Of course, it's not financial advice. But, I mean, what does that even mean? Anyways, this is how I see the charts. You can go ahead and see how you want to see it. Again, it's not financial advice. And make your own decision, make your own trading. And look at it for yourself. You know, put some time and effort, get some experience looking at these charts and how price action moves. And remember, it's 50-50. Manage that risk and become just another person in the markets trading. Hope y'all have a wonderful week, y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.